Okay.
Hi, this is Susanna Bowling in the Times Square Beat, and we are with Frank Wildhorn. Frank, you have sold how many songs?
Oh, I don't know. Getting close to 100 million, I guess. It sells.
Now, it's really sad because you said something today, and it's true, unfortunately. You're so well known, and yet Broadway goes and turns their head on you. Does that hurt?
It hurts because my mom knows, and my kids know. And when your mom says to you, "Why do they treat you like that?" and you don't really have an answer, that's tough.
But you know that you have a lot of fans.
Yeah, well.
I'm a critic that loves you, but you do have a lot of fans out there.
No, I know that. I mean, listen, they sustain the shows around the world and the albums that we keep making, and we've never been busier making more music than we've ever been right now, everywhere in the world.
Now, you're doing a Bonnie and Clyde reunion, which has a lot of fans. I mean, this was a cult show that, again...
It's more than a cult show. Bonnie and Clyde is going into its third year in Seoul, its second year in Japan, it's in Germany, it's in Australia, it's all over America, and when we do the show, I'll give everybody some good news about London as well, and Bonnie and Clyde is going to have a wonderful, wonderful life.
Now, of all the shows that you've written and of all the songs that you've written, do you have a favorite?
Well, nothing can replace the experience of Jekyll and Hyde because that was my first. I had no idea what I was doing. I was coming out of the pop business and I was...
Well, it started on Star Search.
Yeah, well, because of Linda, you're talking about, of course, and she became the ambassador of the music for all the years we were trying to get here. But the fact of the matter is that was the first show I wrote, and Leslie Brickus taught me as much as he could, and then he let me go free and do my thing. And tonight you can see the show in Seoul, where it just celebrated its 10th anniversary. You can see it in Japan, Madrid, St. Petersburg, and I think 800 other places tonight. So I think that just speaks for itself. But if you ask me song for song, what's my favorite work? I probably would have to lean today towards the Civil War, and there's a reason for that. And the reason for that is you have to remember, I'm a songwriter, and my kids ate because I was a blue-collar songwriter writing songs for people who make records, who record the songs and sell those songs, right? And Civil War, a lot of people on the street here don't realize that every single song from the Civil War was recorded by a major artist. Not the hit from the show, the entire score, from Hootie and the Blowfish to Dr. John.
So wait, is there an album of this?
Yes, it's on Atlantic Records. It's on Atlantic Records.
How do I not know this?
Well, that's the problem.
I don't think that...
Because the Broadway community doesn't necessarily always pay attention to what the record world is doing. And I was romantic enough and an idiot enough to believe I could be a little bit of a bridge between the two. And I really used Civil War for that. On Civil War, when we recorded it, James Gardner was President Lincoln. Danny Glover was Frederick Douglass. Dr. Maya Angelou was the voice of slavery. And Ellen Burstyn was the White House maid. And we had Hootie and the Blowfish, Blues Traveler, Patti LaBelle, Pee Wee Winans, Travis Tritt, Tracy Lawrence, Trace Atkins, Trisha Yearwood, Amy Grant, Brian White, and 20 other acts on that. And I wish more people on this street, thought that was a cool thing, because everywhere else in the world.
No, it is a cool thing, but I don't think it's been publicized enough.
Well, sometimes people turn away from things they don't want to, know about, or for some reason. Believe me, it was out there in the world. It was out there in the world, and the combination of those artists on that piece was amazing. Very important recording artist, and so that was the epitome of what I was always trying to set out to do, which was be a bridge between those two worlds. Civil War did that, and so I'm very proud of that for that reason.
Now, whatever happened to Havana?
Havana was still working on. Some shows you just keep working on until you get it.
Now, is there a show that you're working on now that possibly you'll bring to Broadway again?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see about that. Right now, I have so many shows around the world: Monte Cristo, Cyrano, Carmen, Rudolph, Death Note, Casanova, Matterhorn, all new shows around the world.
These haven't come here at all.
No. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. Sometimes you have to go where you're loved. Sometimes you have to go where people really, want you there, and you feel loved. Every artist wants that, right? Me too. So, we'll bring it here when the time is right. Right now, they're enjoying wonderful lives around the world.
Now, it's almost Christmas and New Year's. Do you have a Christmas wish and a New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to lose the same 20 pounds I tried to lose last year. And my wish is just for peace. You know, this world is getting so screwed up every day. You turn on the news and my God, it's not good, you know? So peace, you know?
And tell me,
Beatles said, all you need is love.
tell me when you're performing at 54 Below.
I'll be at 54 Below the 2nd and 3rd with this Bonnie and Clyde reunion with Laura Osnes, Jeremy Jordan, and the gang from Bonnie and Clyde, which is going to be more like a party than I think it's going to be a concert. And then I'll be back on Friday and Saturday doing 2 shows on the 5th and 6th. And what I'm going to do there is something a little different. I'm really going to shine the spotlight on some new artists that I really believe in that, you know, we have the opportunity to do. So I hope everybody will turn out for that.
Thank you, and we look forward to seeing your show.
Thank you so much. Good to see you. Happy holidays.